now, we remain on LeBron watch to see when James will announce which team he will be suiting up for in season number 24. While LeBron's looking to join a team that he can win with, his agent Rich Paul says he's not making his decision based off chasing a ring. Take a listen to what Rich Paul had to say.
I think when you have a player like him, he unlocks something on one of all 30 teams. No roster, no organization is guaranteed to win a championship, but you do want to be competitive. You do want to have an opportunity come late April and early May to compete at a high level and give yourself the best chance of winning. He's not chasing the ring. You hear these things like, why do we have to chase? He got 4. There's nothing to chase. He's not chasing the ghost or anything like that.
Perk and Vince back with us. Perk, what's your reaction to what Rich Paul had to say?
He lying to me. He lying to me. And LeBron is chasing the ring. And it's okay. It's okay. Listen, he's trying to see what is the best fit for as one. He could get his farewell tour and end his career the right way, but he also won a chance to compete to try to win another championship. And that's okay. I think it's a lot of teams, and I think he's doing the right thing by being patient and seeing what these teams are going to do, what kind of moves are they going to make sure that he's picking and making the right decision. But I don't believe that. Rich Paul can say what he wants. I love Rich Paul. He's a good friend of mine. But at the end of the day, if we're going to speak facts over feelings, there's nowhere in hell we can sit on here on national television and say that LeBron James is not trying to compete or go get another championship before he retires.
Vince, what do you think?
I kind of believe him just because it's so difficult to win a championship. Like, I think we kind of take for granted that this is not easy. This is not an easy process. And the fact that LeBron is 42 years old, like, no one's opinion of LeBron is going to change whether he wins another championship or not. So whether he's chasing a ghost, I think he's always trying to perpetually put things in his favor in the argument in him versus Michael Jordan. I think everybody's got their mind made up one way or the other. I don't think that's going to change. But if you look at what Rich said, and I'm going to take him at his word and say that LeBron wants to compete and not play for a guaranteed championship. If he wanted to play for a guaranteed championship, he'd go play for the Knicks, he'd go play for the Spurs, he'd go play for the Thunder. Those are not 3 teams that we have heard in the LeBron sweepstakes. So even if playing meaningful basketball and going out gracefully means being in a competitive or reasonably competitive second-round series, I think there's a few teams that he could play for where even if they're not the favorite to get to the conference finals or the favorite to get to the NBA finals, he can still play a meaningful role on a few good teams and make them better at the margins.
Yeah, I think we have to define what the idea of ring chasing is. I think in the last few years, when we talk about ring chasing, think about a guy who just goes to an already made championship team, coasts, and wins a title, and it doesn't really add to their legacy and whoever kind of conversation that we have. LeBron is not doing that. LeBron, like Vinny said, LeBron ain't going to OKC because that would be true ring chasing. He's not coming to New York. That's true ring chasing. He's going where he can make a difference on a team and hopefully get them over the hump to the finals or to a championship. LeBron James, what his goal is, and him and Rich Paul's goal is to find a team that can, be competitive, but he can make meaningful impact to get them over whatever hump is ailing them, whether it's a veteran presence, whether it's a wing player, whether it's somebody to handle the ball. They're going to be a team that needs LeBron James. That's where he's trying to go. That's not sort of the true definition of just coasting to a ring. He's never going to do that.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why he just don't sign with the Cavs? Why he just don't sign with the Cavs? That's the missing piece. If he's not weighing his options and he's not ring chasing, then just go back home to Cleveland. They just went to the conference finals. They need a leader in the locker room. They need a guy that's going to be able to control the emotions, be able to be the floor general what LeBron James could bring and bring some type of structure to their organization and to their offense because Kenny Atkinson and James Harden and Donovan Mitchell didn't. So y'all keep saying that he's not ring chasing, but yet he still hasn't signed with a team. So if he's trying to go make a difference, the Cleveland Cavaliers are sitting there waiting on him. He could go make a difference right there. But he's probably waiting on them to make a move. to put them in the best position to go win the championship. Am I right or am I wrong?
Perk, I don't know if LeBron wants to go to a team whose coach believes that his team won the Eastern Conference Finals because analytically it said that they were up 2-1 when they was on the verge of getting swept. I don't think that he wants to go play for a guy like that. And also, who wants to be doing max salary work at minimum salary prices? That don't sound like a lot of fun on the back end of his career. I can take Rich and LeBron, Perk, at their word when they say this is not what they want. Also, this is LeBron James. He likes being the topic on First Take. He likes us talking about him and his incoming decision for weeks on end. I don't think there's any chance that he doesn't have his mind made up. I think he and Rich know exactly where they're going. It's just a matter of when they're going to do this. Are they going to do this after Summer League? Are they going to do this after the aspiration penalties, if there are penalties to come down? He's just trying to get maximum bang for his buck and hear his name being talked about and ringing out through the streets. That's all.
Okay, cool. So you're telling me, Vinny, that LeBron James, that Cleveland is not on this list with the same coach you just talked about? Yes or no?
Oh, it's on the list. Yeah. But you said, why doesn't he just sign with them if he's not ring chasing? That wasn't the question you asked, Perk. Don't flip the questions, big bro.
You know why he's not signing with them? Because he's been waiting on them to make a move. You know what? I'm 90% sure that if Cleveland would have made a move and got Jaylen Brown and possibly traded Donovan Mitchell for Jaylen Brown, I'm 90% sure we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. The problem is that he doesn't trust their roster. And so at the end of the day, what's going to happen is, in order for LeBron James to go to Cleveland, I don't believe that if he does end up in Cleveland, he's not going to end up over there for a vet minimum. I believe that Cleveland is actually going to pay him more money than the other teams that he's considering. So again, what I'm expressing is, I believe that LeBron James wants to win another ring on his way out. This is the only reason that he's sitting up here weighing his options. Y'all agree or disagree?
Yeah, he is weighing the option, but like we talked about, he doesn't want to go to OKC or San Antonio or New York. He also ain't going to Brooklyn. Like he's picking something that's in the middle that has a realistic chance to win a championship, but has a realistic chance where he is going to make a difference. When you eat dinner, you're gonna go to a steakhouse, you're gonna go to the grocery store and cook your own dinner, or you're gonna hunt and gather. I'm not going to go hunt and gather and go find and like with a knife and find some dinner. I'm gonna do something in the middle. That's what LeBron's doing. He's trying to cook a dinner. He's not trying to go to the steakhouse or go hunting.
Well, Perk, that makes me wonder, because you mentioned how, why doesn't he just go sign with the Cavs right now if this is his mindset? So what team, adding LeBron James, instantly becomes the title favorite, if there is one out there?
The 76ers. The 76ers. If the 76ers add LeBron James alongside Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Jaylen Brown, they would be the favorites to come out of the East for damn sure. And I think everybody on this damn panel would agree that they would put them over the Knicks. Like, Jaylen Brown already moves the needle for the Philadelphia 76ers. You add LeBron. What you shaking your head for, Vinny?
You said everybody would agree. I'm just saying I don't agree with you. That's all.
So
if Philly added
the
New York Knicks,
why not?
I don't agree.
Why not?
It's too many cooks in that. It's too many cooks in that kitchen. Joel Embiid's health is a big question mark and a really big unknown. I have questions about the makeup of the roster. It's not just about talent acquisition. It's about roster building. I have questions about the Philadelphia roster build, even with a Jaylen Brown. I don't question the talent. I ask the question about who's going to do the dirty work. What style of play are you going to employ? And if you can't depend on Joel Embiid, when he does come back and play, he wants to be the 30-point Joel Embiid that takes a bulk of the shots and the usage that he's been doing the past couple of years, and you can't win a championship if you don't develop continuity. You cannot get through the Eastern Conference with two big pieces. We saw with the New York Knicks, it took them 2 seasons to figure out Karl Towns. So now you're going to tell me that adding Jaylen Brown and adding LeBron James is just add water and they're going to get to the NBA Finals when history has told us, recent history has said that is not the case.
Well, wasn't it the case that Mike Brown just won a championship in his first year with a new offense with the New York Knicks? Am I wrong or am I right? Did Mike Brown just win a championship with the New York Knicks?
Yes.
I'm asking.
Yes, he did.
They told me to let David
Okay,
go.
in his first year. Okay, so you're telling me a guy, a championship coach in Nick Nurse, who, by the way, won a championship with Kawhi. I believe in Kawhi, like probably first or second year with the Raptors, got the continuity together. You're telling me a Jaylen Brown, you're telling me a LeBron James, that leadership in that locker room, 2 champions, that they wouldn't sacrifice and be able to make that work? You're telling me that you don't trust a guy in Bob Myers who built the dynasty in Golden State, who's overseeing every single thing in Philadelphia, that he know what it takes to put a roster together to make sure that they're able to go out there and compete and be able to bring a championship back to Philly? That's what you're saying, Vinny?
Well, I'm gonna jump in here and say this. I think that LeBron James joining the Philadelphia 76ers puts them there with the Knicks in the Eastern Conference. I don't think that they are a favorite to win a championship at all, and that, a lot of that has nothing to do with LeBron himself. My big question is Joel Embiid and if he is going to be in the playoffs. You're telling me that I'm going to get Joel Embiid all throughout the playoffs? I'm putting them right there with the New York Knicks, but I don't trust that right now. That is the big question mark. I do think you put LeBron James in Philly, they're entering right there with New York, with OKC, with San Antonio. Absolutely. But he does not put them over the hump to where I'm calling them the favorite. Because without Joel Embiid over there with Philadelphia, I don't know what you're going to do about Karl Anthony Towns there. LeBron, for all as great as he is, he ain't guarding Karl Anthony Towns in a playoff series for the entirety of that series. That is my big concern. He does not get them over that hump if he's in Philadelphia. Now, if they go into a series, if Embiid is healthy, if the Knicks are healthy, they can take them to 6 or 7. They may be able to eke that out and make it to the finals, but I'm not betting them over the Knicks.
Yeah, and that's a good place to leave it here, speaking on Jaylen Brown. Be a straight ahead. Will Boston have major regrets about trading former Finals MVP? Find out which